What's going on, y'all? This is another all new episode of DMC with Naeem Lynn. That's Deep Meaningful Conversations. And my guest for today is somebody that's fucking killing it right now. And I knew he'd be the perfect guest for what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to bring to the fans. I got my man CP in here, man. That's Chris Powell.
What's up? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Powell, yes, sir. From the D. It's so cold in the D.
Yeah, man. How the fuck we supposed to keep peace, man?
Yeah.
That was such an embarrassing song. And it also was one of those songs where it was so off key that it actually rhythm, like it came around to where it's like, God damn it, and it's catchy. Yeah. And it's like everybody in the world was singing. And that just became our anthem to other people. And and then and then she wasn't bad, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I ain't gonna lie, she was a 2.
Yeah.
She was a 2. She was a 2 with a hit. And it was like, God damn it, why didn't Cash Doll sing this? Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. I don't even know what she looked like.
Man, bro.
I guess that's a good
look
thing.
up the YouTube video and you gonna see like, CP being generous with the 2.
Oh shit.
He being generous off the 2Z.
Is that a Detroit thing though? Cause T Grizzly kind of rhymes off beat sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like I used to rap like
what was your rap name?
Chris Caprice, like Chevy Caprice.
Yeah,
I ain't proud of it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't proud
you know
of
what I'm saying? But Chris Caprice, and so I used to I had like a crew, and we all used to rap. And one of the homies in the crew, my homie Jig, he was like really, really good. And so I'm like, and you know what's crazy? My dad hit me up the other day and was like, man, how's Jig doing? And I'm like, that's my dog. You doing good. I saw him at the show the other day. And I be thinking like, man, what's crazy is like, as I look at my career now, it's like, man, I have a different flair for entertainment. Like, it ain't just about comedy. It's like, I'm just an entertainer. Like sometimes I have a headache or I'm tired, but I can still do this at a level where it's like, I know what I'm doing. And I just think about some of my old homeboys like, dang, if I would have locked in, I could have been our Beyonce, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you need like Quavo's. Now, he wasn't the best rapper in the Migos, but it's like, you need a nigga that could be the star.
He had the star.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, like, I be looking back like, damn, that was really, I was kind of like in the background, just wanted to, and now I think about it like, man, what I knew I had in me, I could have really blew niggas up, bro. Like, we could be like one of the top, because we was hard. But anyway, I used to rap, and what I noticed is, I used to write my raps and then try to find a beat to match my raps. And
that's
so,
different. I think usually people
write to the beat. I would just be writing, like come up with a dope scheme in my head and then try to. And I think that might be what a lot of Detroit niggas do is write first and then find a beat. But I got something for this, and then try to fill it in. And so our rhythm be a little off, but then that starts sounding sweet too. It's almost like they rap into the air in the beat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is. But I feel like Meek Mill kind of do that too. Meek Mill kind of like run off. Like I feel like Uzi is more on beat. Talking about Philly niggas. Uzi is more in the beat to the point where, it's like he got that bounce, but Meek just be rapping. Like
he was a freestyle rapper before though. So he
and that's what it is. Like niggas used to rap to like to the lunch table and just like a cipher. So like if niggas was standing up and it wasn't no beat, it was just rapping, and then niggas like that became rappers. And I think they didn't necessarily need a beat. The beat became like how you have a song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some niggas got raps and then some niggas make songs. And so songs is what sell. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know how we got on that, but
cold in the D.
Cold in the D, man.
You started rapping in high school?
Yep, high school.
And
all the way in college too. And even out of college. And I even had a character in my comedy career named Stain just so I could get more rapping off. Like I really like rapping. Like but I think that to me, that's like young black men's golf. You know what I'm saying? You think about white dudes, like every white dude who got is a little affluent growing up probably was fucking with golf, like how we're starting to get into golf now. But I think that like every nigga grew up in a freestyle circle at some point, just trying to.
I kind of look at it. I compare it to, also with sports. Black people just are always looking for. I guess it's kind of fucked up way to say this, but we be looking for that shortcut to success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here we are entertainers and everything. It's never like we growing up like it's either basketball, football, rapping, something like that. It's never like I want to be an engineer and just work my way up and shit.
But you know what's crazy is that like
Detroit's a little different though.
What you mean?
Because a lot of people work at the plants and shit. I mean, I've noticed that a lot of people in Detroit, they work at the car plants or they become barbers or hairdressers.
Yeah.
That's like, there's still a lot of blue collar workers there.
It is a lot of blue collar workers. I think that like I remember when I worked in corporate, what threw me off was the understanding that this can never be done. And I think I had a problem with that. Like,
you mean as in finished?
Like, bro, like you get this job and then you work this job until this job is done with you or you done with, until you retire. But it's like, there's no end in sight. It's just calendar days. Mm-hmm. Like if I make a movie, we do a movie, bro, we got 6 weeks on this movie. Yeah. Then I get my life back for a little bit until I got the next project. Mm-hmm. Bro, this is like working. It's like, I couldn't believe how much it's like, yeah, you here and this is life. And it's like, yo, I remember just looking out the window, like it's niggas who not at work, probably making more money than me, probably having more freedom. And it's like, bro, I don't want to be here. And it's like, it's just, I might be too creative to be confined, but it was like, that's like the depressing part. Like you never done with the work.
Well, what were you doing?
I was making commercials.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But even, it didn't get, here's the thing. It didn't get lit until I got really, really into it. So when I first started, I was damn near like in the mailroom. Like I was literally like started as like basically an intern. It's a position called traffic. Anybody work in an ad agency, you know about traffic. And traffic is like how you learn the whole company. Mm-hmm. So like you have to like let's say like we doing like a print ad, and the print ad, like we had Walmart. It was an ad called Grandma's Hands. It was like these hands and it was all wrinkled. Mm-hmm. And it was like, but the wrinkles tell the story, right? Yeah. So then I take the print ad and I say, all right, so what's going on? I talk to the creative director. The creative director says, yeah, we changed it, put a wedding ring on it. And we didn't like we kind of like changed the gradient a little bit. I think we want a darker hand to tell a darker story. All right, cool. Then I go to the account side. They say, what happened? All right, so what they did, and I had to know the whole process. Mm-hmm. Now, how good you are at that after about a year in traffic, other parts of the company can hire you. Yeah. Like, but you got to do a year in traffic. So like,
and this was like while you were still in school?
No. This is like a job. It's like an entry level position. I had just graduated. Okay. And so after traffic, the Walmart account team picked me up because I had a lot of like, just my approach was very much like I was very like super in it. Like I was very motivated, but I wanted to be a writer though. And to be a writer is so competitive because that's like the Monstars, like the Monsters Inc. Them like the real niggas, like everybody else is kind of like the help them out, trying to, what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, like, I want to be one of them niggas. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the account side is who picked me up. And so I would always try to like sneak in some creative ideas and they'd be like, man, go on. I remember one time I was driving home and I had a brand new car, had a loft downtown over the water. I had a couple cars, as a matter of fact. Mm-hmm. Cause I was making more money than I had ever made. Mm-hmm. But, it was just like the work was kind of like very much pushing paperwork and talking to networks and getting media buys. And it was exciting in the regard that like I was doing some shit that was eventually get on TV. Yeah. And that was always dope to, see, but it was like, I wasn't one of them niggas, bro. And I had a problem with that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
crazy because the way you're describing it, I'm like, this sounds like the perfect job for you.
You think so, right? Yeah. But the issue is that it's not free. Okay, so like perfect example. All right, so Walmart Christmas 2008, we just elected Obama, but he had not been inaugurated yet. It was a very big deal for the optimism in the Black community. Mm-hmm. Now we working on Walmart. Walmart Christmas is saying, they want to send a message to the Black family that Walmart has your back because everybody is anticipating the Black dollar and the Black spending power and the Black optimism to skyrocket with Obama. So I'm knowing that, like these consumer situations where like, Walmart and people who really influence buying power are setting up to take advantage of our mindset right then. Yeah. Exactly. So they're like, we need a commercial that's different from our regular commercials. It's not about saving money right now. It's about we are here for y'all. And they kept striking out because it was a different kind of spot than we were usually able to make. And so I remember one weekend I took a creative brief home. Now the creative brief is basically them saying it needs to speak to the mom first, then the dad. It needs to have a strong family element. We don't want, we want to, it's like all these like confinements. Like imagine if somebody told you like, I want a joke, and the joke got to be about a young family, no cursing, no broken family. It's like very like that. So I took it home and I wrote like 4 spots, right? Mind you, I wasn't supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm like, dog, they're striking out and everybody's stressed out. The creative team is stressed out. And so I'm like, let me take this brief home and try it. Wrote the spots, came back, turned them in. Somebody called me down to the creative part like, hey, these are pretty good. You mind if we take them to the team? Team loved them. They was like, are you ready to pitch it? I'm like, this is a big deal. Like, you ready to pitch it to Walmart? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this. I did it. Now, mind you, before that, about 6 months before that, I started doing comedy. So now I'm doing comedy at night, coming in late, and I'm starting to really find my footing in comedy. And I had kind of gave up on the writing dream of it, so to speak. But then all this shit is happening. And I'm like, damn, this shit is going my way. So I get in there, I pitch, I wrote a song and everything. And it all, they loved it. So here I am, my first pitch, my first spot. I'm like a rookie going crazy, right? You get a corporate Amex, you get all this travel information. Because now I got to go to New York and hire directors and get this spot, man.
And this all off of some shit you weren't even supposed to be doing.
Exactly. And imagine the enemies that it created from people who I literally swept in. Yeah. It's like, nigga, that's like imagine like almost like kind of like somebody putting your spot in jeopardy in whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you headlining the show and your stomach hurt. And you like, man, have somebody go out there and do 30. They go out there and do 30, get a standing O and go crazy. And you like, fuck. Like, not saying I'm upset, but it's like, nigga, this is my, you know what I'm saying? Right. That's how they felt. And so, now I get the spot in New York and I feel like they're not helping me on purpose. Cause I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. They're not helping me though. They like, you figure it out, nigga. You the one with all the all-star ideas.
Got so many fucking ideas.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, I made a lot of mistakes. The spot ended up, it's supposed to be 30 seconds, but I couldn't cut stuff. I couldn't, like, for me, the story had to be what the story was. I didn't understand about, you got to kill babies in this shit. Like, you have to fucking, I know you love it, but snap to the middle. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it was just hard. I missed some deadlines. And it was at that moment that I realized, like, my heart not in this shit. Like, I really want to be,
you want to be an entertainer.
I want to be entertainment. Ain't no credits at the end of a commercial. Yeah. So that, once the commercial even came out, it wasn't like, I'm at B-Dubs, my commercial. I'm like, hey, nigga, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, they don't give a fuck. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just a realization that, like, okay, I need to get out of here. And so at that moment.
How long was this? What was the time frame between you delivering these ideas to you realizing, like, nah, this ain't it? And they kind of sabotage you.
Probably like 2 or 3 months between the delivering idea. Super fast. Yeah. Because we have to deliver for the spot, nigga. This is Christmas spot. Like, we got a new president coming. It's like, it was quick. And so they ended up, and I want to say it was less than that, because I think he got elected in like November and inaugurated in January. Like, this shit was happening very fast. And so it was just a big high pressure spot. And I did more spots after that, but that one was when I realized I don't want to do this anymore. And now I'm messing with the creative team and the account team, and I'm, what I'm saying? And really what I want to do is comedy. Yeah. And I'm like, dog, this is just, I'm 24, nigga. It's like, I don't want to be behind the scenes. This is like fat nigga work. You know what I'm saying? This is like an ugly motherfucker's job. Like, nigga, like being on the radio. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, this is terrible, bro. And so,
but do you think that okay, of course they sabotage you, your coworkers, but maybe you were just a little bit too, you had high hopes and dreams of going up the ladder fast in this company because this is what you chose to do. And then you found out that you had, stepped in some water that was a little bit too deep. Mm-hmm. Do you think that that's the thing that discouraged you because you had this failure moment at the?
No, I'm gonna tell you
like
what
you really knew. Go ahead.
What it was this: I wasn't being true to myself from the beginning.
Okay.
Right. So like what I did was I chose a career that put me entertainment industry adjacent.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think that I could really do what was in my heart, which was to do comedy and to be, because it was like, nigga, that don't happen for niggas who I know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I could do this job and I could be in this position to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is easier than putting myself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine like saying like, I don't want to try out for American Idol, but I'll be a cameraman. At least I'm there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers who look at you in that position like, damn, you killing it. In your heart, you're a coward. Yeah. Because you're not putting, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, like writing a commercial wasn't enough. Bro, they was making like $45,000 a year. Like that wasn't, I'm sure, and then plus bonuses and all of that, but it's like, nigga, I could make this at fucking Circus City. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a title. Just so my granddad could be like, Chris out there making commercials. It just sound good. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't what I really wanted. It's like, man, it's like marrying that bitch that your grandma introduced you to at church. It's right. Like, man, grandma happy, but this bitch not even no freak for real. And it's terrible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is terrible. This bitch is, man, all these fucking pork chops all the time. Right. Like, this ain't, it's like, but people look at it like it's good. And I think that it really came down to me believing in myself and putting myself first to start really living, bro. Like, that's when life started being different for me. But
it's kind of weird though, because you said you started doing comedy like 6 months before this, right? So, but was it just the fact that you knew that you wanted to, because you were a rapper first? So it was like always this feeling of like, yo, I'm a star. Yeah. And I'm going to figure out what it's going to take for me to be what I know that I am. Yeah. Or was comedy always in your heart? Or was it just something that you kind of stumbled upon?
So I was always funny because I was always smart. And I think that like having a sense of humor, especially early on, having a taste, you know what I'm saying? Like I had taste, like it wasn't good taste. I used to laugh at, like, I remember being in 3rd and 4th grade, bro. Like, if your parents came to school and they was ugly, nigga, I was dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like, anything, bro. Somebody being deformed or a little dark person. Shit. Oh my God. Like, I was just being the only child. I didn't have anybody to bully acting right into me. Like, that's what siblings do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the oldest be under so much pressure that they keep the youngest ones in check because they don't want the youngest one to get away with shit that they can't get away with. Right? That's what creates the dichotomy of the sibling rivalry, is that like we all get different parents because your parents have you at a different point in their life. Exactly. And they treat you different than they treat other siblings because they're at a different place. Right? I didn't have that. Nigga, I was just like, I was very managed. People used to always tell my mom, like, that boy needs to, but it's like all he hangs with is adults. I was like a fucking smart ass, bro. Like, I got that joke, but I used to give my mom anxiety because she didn't know how to control me, because it wasn't like always a whoopingable offense. It was just like, it was the innocence of a child's mind with information that I didn't know what to do with. Yeah. So like, we'd be out shopping and she'd be like, get Chris to the car. It's a midget over here. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause
I'm about to say
I'm about to walk by the nigga like, how old are you? I'm bigger than you. You're older than my mom. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, she just couldn't control how I thought, but I always had like shit that I thought was funny. And so, rapping was easy to do once you understand rhythm and patterns. It becomes a game. Rapping ain't no different than the fucking spelling bee, or it's math, like the little math meets we used to do where they ask you questions. It's like, how fast can you think? And like, how can I this cry, and that became what I was going after. And so it was like, just having bars is like Mozart had bars, or fucking what's his name, fucking Romeo and Juliet, nigga. Shakespeare had bars. Like, these is corny ass old. I think one of them is black, right? Ain't Mozart black? They found out.
I don't know.
Mozart fuck around pulled a Frankie Lyman on us.
I think they said Julius Caesar was black or some shit. I don't know.
Man, they trying to give all of us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody been black.
I got a hypothesis about that, and it got something to do with these aliens being black and why they're trying to. Like, if you notice, like, even like the Vatican opened up that room and all them saints on the walls was black, but they never wanted us to see that. And it's almost like, it's like
they don't want us to know that we are
some shit.
Yeah, the superior beings.
Exactly. And when the superior beings are coming back, they don't want them to find out how they've been treating us. It feels like you ever like see like a ghetto ass daycare and they've been bullshitting these kids all day, not changing diapers, all kind of shit. But at 4:30, when they know the parents finna get off work, all of a sudden everybody is diaper changed. And it's like, you know, it's like, that's what it feels. It feel like some shit finna happen. And they trying to make sure that we told them they was the, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Anyway, but, so I think that's more or less what it was that I was trying to find a way to really express myself in a respectable manner, because I was just tired of being like the funniest nigga in class and the funniest. I wasn't getting no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, I didn't feel like there was power in just being silly for free.
Yeah. It's
way different when you are a professional, funny person. Like, you know, like, women respect you more. Like, and that's important to a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I find that I get damn near doctor respect about what I do, because I do it at a level that fucking doctors respect. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody got to laugh, and who you can make laugh and on the level you can make them laugh. That's why it's like, when I look at a clean comedian, I'm like, nigga, that's not hard to do, bro. You're not impressing me with this clean shit, nigga. And they be always be looking at you like, you know, I do it clean. Like, nigga, so? Like, nigga, like, that's...
For me, being authentic is what's most important to me. So if I curse off stage, then why am I on stage and pretend to be something that I'm not? Like, that's not even going to sound right.
Right.
You know, I don't curse for punchlines. I curse because I'm up there just being myself and talking how I talk. But, you know, for those that can do it, if that's who you are in real life, then, you know.
Anybody can do it. Like, nigga, my grandparents think I'm hilarious and I don't curse around them.
Yeah.
Right. So I know how to, but it's like, that's not, to your point, that's not me being free, authentically me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I think that we are professional storytellers and professional, like, nigga, this is the big leagues, bro. Like, it ain't no time for that. This ain't fucking Can't Wanna, nigga. It's like, you know, Red Fox and Richard Pryor and niggas like that, you know, that my grandparents was watching and sneaking and watching. It's a level up. It's like, nigga, this ain't, you know, this is not it's put the kids to bed. Okay, for example, I got a question I always ask, like, at what age do you get where you get to stop having respect for elders? Like,
never.
Huh?
Never for me.
Man, that's bullshit, because I've been waiting to catch up. The older I get, the older they get. I can't catch them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I wanna, you know, like, nobody, like, you ever see two old people go, hey, shut your old ass up, but you need it. It's like, they need that. And it's like, I feel like, man, once you get to a certain age, it's like, you know, I don't want to be old person checked forever. Yeah. Because it's like, at what point does my wisdom and, you know, and my shit matter, you know?
So listen, just because I kind of get where you're going. Like, my dad, I feel like my dad has given me all that he has to give when it comes to gyms. And every once in a while, it may be something, because he repeats himself a lot too, because he still want to be relevant in my life. Yeah. And as where we are in age and just me being a grown man, he's always looking for that moment to drop a gem on me and make himself feel relevant. But it's getting to a point now to where I'm giving that to him. I can drop a gem on anybody, no matter how old you are, or no matter what you've experienced, but that doesn't take away from my respect from you.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
And that's a great point.
Yeah. So you still hold these elders, you still give them respect, because we from that generation still, where it's like, all right, you know, I'm not cursing around my grandparents. I don't curse around my parents, but, you know, they see me on stage or whatever, social media, whatever. I'm being who I am.
Yeah.
But when I'm having a direct conversation with them, it's still like, nah, this is my mom, this is my father, and that's not where I'm going with it. But in the same breath, they can't tell me what to do, and their opinions don't matter either.
Right. And that's so yeah, and I agree with that. Here's the thing.
Well, hold on, let me clarify on that when I say their opinions don't matter. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, dating somebody, and they don't like them, I don't care. Mm-hmm. So I'll say their opinions doesn't matter when it comes to that. It's not this shit where, I got to bring you home to meet my parents and get their approval.
Right.
We're way past that shit.
Absolutely.
But, and my mom doesn't like my comedy because what I'm doing and saying is not her little boy that she knew growing up, right? My father's cool with it, but their opinions don't matter with certain things. But of course, like if it's something, because I still respect their thoughts and opinions. So if I'm going to them with something, then it does matter. Mm-hmm. But just how I live, I got this.
Yeah. And I think that like, that's interesting that you said that, like my parents, our relationship has changed. First of all, when I graduated college.
They still together?
No.
Were they ever married or anything like that?
No, they were engaged when I was like a baby, man. But, it's just interesting. I be learning so much about life through watching people, right? I'm very just like, I don't necessarily know how much horoscope should I believe in, but everything I've read about my sign, I'm a Pisces, you're a Pisces too. Yeah. Everything I've read about it is just like, I'm very like observant, very intuitive, and I understand shit that I don't have to say. I just get it. And so it's like, what I saw in them is that both of them have found somebody that their circle of parents and people didn't approve of, and a lot of outside forces kind of like weighed on their situation to the point where they didn't make it. And it was very interesting to see because, you look back and, my whole family is just so proud of me, the thing that they made together. And, and they cool now and all of that. But, I had to grow up with choosing sides all the time because their families were just so juxtaposing. Like it was two completely different sides of the tracks and walks of life. They had me when they was 19 and 20.
So they both of their sides like not approving of the shit.
And just or jealous, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just, they were so young and impressionable that they still had other people to answer to and impress and all of that, instead of being at the level that you're talking about where it's like I get to choose, I don't care about my parents saying this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. But I remember when I graduated college, my dad was like, I had a Mustang. So my dad was like, well, everybody else is riding to the thing. He said, let me ride with you. And my dad is like super cool, like a blue collar dude, hard working dude, but just from the hood and put in work and did all, whatever. I always looked up to him like he was like, he was just super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the hood, you always little whatever your dad is, especially if he's known. So I was little him, and I always held him to a high regard, even though there was times where, as I look back, he probably was more on bullshit than I understood because I was a kid, right? Mm-hmm. And so we are riding to graduation, and he's like, "Man, look, man, this is it. Like, nigga, you gotten farther than I've ever could have imagined. I never got this far. And so when we get out this car, like, I want you to know that like you have the permission to be the man that you want to be." And that was big for me, man, for him to even say that, because he's not even that philosopher of a dude.
Right.
But that was...
Because he didn't literally mean, I'm giving you permission. It's just like...
But what he said, I got it.
You got it.
It was not like, I didn't take offense at all. He's like, nigga, like, you don't got to answer to nobody. You don't got to answer to nobody. Like I'm telling you that you have gotten farther than I could have ever imagined that I could ever get. And now we are like, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not, and nobody should be. Mm-hmm. Like, and that was important because he was like, know who you are, so that, when you meet these girls' fathers, like, nigga, don't let no nigga make you feel like you less than because they think they like, nigga, no, shit because
came full circle.
Exactly. Because in our eyes, nigga, you are our everything. Like you, and so my mom never knew how to say nothing like that. My mom is very like, just, she loved me so much. She just bursting at the seams. It don't even, but for my dad to say that, he's like, look, I can't tell you nothing. I can advise and I can help. But it's like, man, like you a man, dog. And, sometimes we don't say that to each other. Like, nigga, like, you are whatever you think you want to be. Mm-hmm. And he was like, so man, from now on, bro, like, we just gotta, whatever you want to do, I'm here. I want to help you, but I mean, I'm not here to be. And it was just important for me to hear him say that for nothing else other than the confidence that I needed to go out here and attack a world where the people I was competing against didn't necessarily have the dynamic that I had at home. Yeah. And I can never use it as an excuse. I came from a single parent household. It's like, bro, you got to understand that it's like, your kid is not just black. Your kid is a part of society that they got to compete against these people who had a lot of different advantages in life, and you can't help them all the time. Mm-hmm. And it was like, man, when he said that, I was like, okay, it wasn't even like an emotional moment. It was more like, damn, you're right. Like,
it was perfect timing.
It was perfect timing, bro.
That's the shit that you gonna carry with you for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
And even deliver it to your own kids in a different way.
Yeah, because I understand.
Yeah. That's dope, man. And so your dad, how often did you see him? Because you live with your mom, right?
Yeah, I would go over there on the weekend, and then every summer, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like a regular, like back.
Feel like you missed anything from him not being in the house?
I guess, man, like, it's just, I had to grow up a lot faster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like certain things that is what it is, right? Like, for example, my mom worked at Chrysler. So like, 10th grade, 11th grade, before I got my car, like, it was getting myself up in the morning. Like, bro, like if you're going to go to school, you got to get up. So I had an alarm clock. It wasn't no mama coming in and say, I think she was at work. Mm-hmm. And so, it was, she just getting off work in the morning. I'm getting ready for school. So we would cross like that. But it's like, I'm walking to the bus stop, rain, sleet, snow, walk to the bus stop, wait for the bus, get on the bus. I remember being 11 years old, catching the bus from the east side to the west side, like a long ass way, like pop a food stamp, take a food stamp out of her book. I take like $4 or $5 out of her food stamp book, go to the store, get like a pack of Winter Fresh or a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos that was 25 cents. And then they would give you real quarters back. Mm-hmm. So the real quarters, 50 cents to get on the bus, 25 cents for a transfer. Like I had to be a man. Nigga, I couldn't lose that transfer or else I had to walk miles to, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had to learn.
You appreciate it now though.
Absolutely. Because it was like, nobody could save you. So, it's like, nigga, I had to learn how to be diplomatic. These kids at this school, I went to private school and I begged to go to public school because I was sick of the homework. And I used to look outside and everybody was playing. And by the time I got done, it was dark. Mm-hmm. It's like, fuck this. Like, for what? Yeah. Nigga, what does it matter? And so I just begged to go to public school, but then these niggas is getting jumped. Mm-hmm. And there's cuss words in the books. And they do this thing. They do this. I came from a great private school. And I'm at this fucking public school and you open a book and the book got niggas' names from last year. Like, what the fuck? Somebody else had this book?
Yeah.
Like, these books aren't brand new.
They don't do that at Catholic school? I never knew that. I went to public school.
Bro, your book was your book. Yeah. Like, it was yours. Like, I had 3rd grade, 4th grade, all at the crib.
I used to tell like, I got your book from last year.
Yeah, you tell a nigga, yeah. And he be like, so then they draw like puzzles, like turn to page 40. Turn to page 40, and they'd be like, turn to page 65. Turn to page 65. And then he'd be like, turn to page 80. Turn to page 80. And then it'd be a picture of a dick. Gay ass bitch. And you'd be like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, Like, nigga, now you got to read out loud, but it's a dick over the paragraph you trying to read. It's like, bro, like, it was different. I had to learn how to be diplomatic. Like, that's where I kind of like got into my books for real because I was seeing niggas getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was like prison. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like you showering with niggas. Yeah. Oh man, like, cause it's like, we got to go to swim class and nigga, y'all in there, nigga, these niggas, it's like a prison, bro. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, like. And
y'all was taking showers for gym?
Nigga, what?
We ain't never had to do that. We never
had
to, or it was optional.
We were swimming.
Okay.
We had a pool. So like, nigga, I might swim third hour.
Yeah.
And then, nigga, you got to get in the shower to go to fourth hour. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go smell like chlorine. Nigga, oh my God, nigga, what? Traumatic. Then I'm thinking back about like the girls.
It's high school.
This is middle school and high school, but middle school. Think about the girls who had to shower, and we had this creepy ass gym teacher that used to like walk into their locker room and ladies are y'all. And it's like, nigga, they in there naked, bro. It's like, damn, like, I was out in the world seeing shit that's like, man, dog. And I try to like raise my kids now. It's like, man, their life is so, they don't even know. Like, their life is so just like, it's crazy.
It's different.
Yeah, I try to give them the life I wanted, but at the same time, it's like, it's interesting because it's just.
Let me touch on that, because me as a parent, I find myself with doing that, having that same struggle. It's like, you want to give them the life that you didn't have, but you also want them to have the same values and somewhat struggles that you got, because you feel like they were character building moments, right? Yep. But then you know what? We realize, or I've had to realize, that the things that I didn't get or things I didn't have had nothing to do with building character and everything to do with what my mother just didn't have to give me.
Yeah.
So if she could have done certain things, maybe she would have.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that shit was a lesson, but it was just, we just didn't have that shit.
But see, the issue is the relatability, right? So like what I noticed is, even in myself, like, so the jump started with me, right? Like my parents didn't go to private school, right? Like, you know, I was at school with kids who, you know, I had friends who was on commercials, like models and shit when we was kids. Like my homeboy Sean, this nigga, we was at school. This nigga he was in a full Coca-Cola commercial on TV. Every Saturday I'm watching TV and they go Sean. I'm like, damn. Like his folks was just they just looked like they was just rich as fuck. And, you know, the governor and the mayor's kids was at the school. It was just like, it's crazy. And I was there on scholarship. In kindergarten, I read at an 8th grade level. Now, I don't know what the fuck that means or what, you know, whatever. But I've had these milestones in my life that have been very much like super academically inclined that have like boosted me throughout my life. And, but I remember that drawing a wedge between me and my parents. Like I kind of used to look at them like, you know, I want to be better than you guys because I've seen things. Just like, and it hurts my feelings now to even think that.
Think you already better than them?
I don't know. I didn't look at them like they were, you know what I'm saying? Like always the people that, you know, they deserve the utmost respect from me. But at that time, it made me feel like I was bougie. And I'm watching my daughters do the same thing to me. And it'd be like, damn, like, you know, like little shit. Like, I remember like my wife's birthday, like 3 or 4 years ago. My oldest daughter went to camp because it was her last year in elementary school. So they had their little senior trip. She went on my wife's birthday. So now my youngest daughter, I'm like, hey, let's go get her from school. Let's go get her out of school, take her to the beach and shit. Let's go, you know, we got these electric scooters that we bought. Let's go ride the scooters and shit on the beach. Fuck it. Like, she in 3rd grade. I don't give a fuck what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? I get my goddamn baby back. We going on, nigga, we in the office. Me and my wife just sitting there laughing like, yeah, man, wait for her to come out. Nigga, she come down like, what do you guys want? We like, what? What do y'all want? Like, I'm working. I'm like, what are you talking about? We going to the beach. The beach? No, I have a quiz, and then I'm the lead in the play. We're having a play today, and I'm the lead in the play. I don't want to go to the beach with y'all.
Yeah.
And it was like, go get your fucking backpack. We don't like fuck this. And it's like, but at the same time, it's like, you know, Dad, turn your music down. I'm like, it's not even loud. Yeah, but it's like rap. It's like, what? And it's like, you know, it's just like, it's like, damn, like, what you don't realize is that the enhancements that you provide for them create a different, almost multiverse of you.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, all of a sudden, they are you with these enhancements and they don't respect the enhancements because the enhancements are everyday normal things to them. It's like, bro, this is like, y'all have everything, like literally like everything you could think of to want, because I remember, like, to your point, like, yeah, I wanted shit and it couldn't have been no damn, it wasn't always a lesson. Sometimes it was just, we couldn't afford it and it had nothing to do with me trying to be better of a person and all of that. And it's like, bro, like what do you want? Oh, okay. My daughter, like her birthday list is a presentation. Like it's literally like the total is at the bottom.
It's like a PowerPoint.
Literally, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, so, and it has a name, it's Cameron's birthday wishes and and I just go on there and you can just buy the shit.
Yeah, like a registry.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a registry. And it's like, bro, like, you know, their school, bro, like you can eat in the cafeteria, but you can also Postmate lunch to your class. Bro, these kids be Postmating and door dashing lunch to their school. So shoot, it's nothing for her to text me, hey dad, can I get $25? I want to get some Chick-fil-A today, or I want to get some, you know, so-and-so's getting, you know, some salmon. And it's just like, yo, like, yeah. But then it's like, you know, at the same time, like, I just can tell that it's like they're being conditioned to be, they're at a better place than I was at that age. And it's making them different than what I know. And by the time they get to my age, they're going to be something that I can't even imagine.
Yeah. But you know what? Your kid is just a little bit different though. Because my daughter, she's really good in school, right? And she'll always be the youngest person in her class because her birthday's on the cutoff.
Right.
But
wait, when's her birthday?
September 1st.
So my daughter's birthday is August 5th. Same shit. She's the youngest person in her class every time. Yeah, go ahead. So
if I went to pick up from school, I don't care what she's doing. And she's going into 6th grade and that may change. But from the time she started school to now, I don't care what she was doing. She would be like, yeah, let's go. Let's roll out.
That's my oldest.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, kids are different. And it's crazy how they become who they are, or, you know, I think the best thing that you can do as a parent, this is the gift list right here.
Yeah, just scroll it up, bro. Like, it's all kind of like stuff from Sephora, and she wants some new LED lights for her room, and she wants a new vanity. And
that's crazy.
And it's just like, bro, everything is priced out. She's like, yeah, it's gonna be like $1,100. So, and it's just like, God, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, to your point though, like, and every kid is different too. My youngest is very competitive. She's the class president. She just did the speech, you know, like, she's just like, she's a winner, bro. And it's like, I had to step back and realize, like, oh man.
Do you let your kids be who they are?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And to a fault.
Me too.
Fault. Yeah. Like, I let her talk back. I let them express themselves, because sometimes, dog, they be right, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, damn, I ain't look at it like that. Damn, okay. And also I want them to see me not be afraid to apologize to them, and to not be afraid to be like, ooh, you was right and dad was wrong. And maybe that might, you know, and I don't want them to get used to that. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, oh, like, dad's a human, bro. And I'm just trying my best to, I don't want y'all to find out later what I had to find out later, which is like, nigga, your parents are just people.
Yeah.
And the whole time, you know, I used to get in trouble for not getting straight A's. I never thought to be like, well, who got straight A's in the family?
Right.
Nobody. So like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what are y'all, you know, it's like, you know, I never thought that. My kids think that, like, you know, what was your best GPA in 4th grade, dad? And I'd be like, oh, she kind of be like, well, then shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'd be like, you got it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
that's part of being a parent though. You always want it's not what I do, it's what I say. You want your kids to be better than you. Even though, you know, you might have been going through this phase where you was fucking up in whatever grade, or, you know, you was cheating on tests, cheating on whatever. You don't want your kids to be on that same type of time. But the question is, as a parent, when you do see them doing that, how do you react? You know what I mean? Because it's like, for me, I'm not going to spaz out. I'm going to be like, you know what? I did this same thing, and I'm going to tell you why it's a bad idea for you to do it. For instance, I always talk about vocabulary, right? Like a lot of times I have a hard time. Like I have a lot of shit in my brain that I want to express. And sometimes I don't have the words to express it. You know what I mean? So, and that's because I cheated on vocabulary tests over and over again. So it's gotten to a point now where I do a lot of reading, or I'm like, let me learn some extra words that I can add to my vocabulary. And people will think that they smarter than you because they know some words. Stephen A. Smith, perfect example. You know what I mean? Yeah. But right, just because you memorize the dictionary don't mean you smarter than me, bro.
Right.
So my daughter has a very extensive vocabulary for her age, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, make sure you stay on top of this, because if you don't do this or you don't do that, then it's going to affect you in the future. Because you're like, how is this going to help me? What do I need this? And you realize, you're going to need some of this shit. Even with math, it's like just the problem solving. It's teaching you about problem solving, not necessarily about numbers. You know. So, but I love that you allow your kids to express themselves and give some rebuttals, and you get to debate with them a little bit. That's great, man.
Because here's the thing, bro. People always talk about like, that we raising kids. Like, nigga, no, bro. They're gonna be kids anyway. You don't gotta raise no kid. You are raising an adult, bro. Like, they're gonna be adults way longer than they're gonna be kids.
Yeah.
And it's like a dog, my nigga. Like, you don't have a puppy. You have a dog that is gonna be a puppy, which is easier to train and mold. But you training that puppy to be a dog. You're not gonna have a puppy forever. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, that's the part that I think that's like, man. Me and my wife, we have a lot of different parenting because, she's a woman and she wants to more nurture and I always have to remind her, like,
gotta prepare them for the world.
And this shit is gonna change. It always changes. I remember first having kids, and I remember them being babies and we being up at night, and you see your girl get stressed out, and and it's like, okay, but just remember, like, this is gonna be quick. In a minute, dog, my daughter's now, bro, I'll be in a bed, nigga. I'm like, damn, what's she in there cooking? And I look, and my wife sleep. I be like, what the fuck? And nigga, they in there making omelets and all kind of shit. And it's just like, damn, y'all in here turning the fire on? It's like, Dad, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, because I remember when I had to make their bottles every night, and it's like, and at that time, you think that's what parenting is. You think it's like, bro, it's just, this shit changes so much, and your responsibility as a parent is gonna change so much. You gotta be mentally mature enough to let certain roles go to prepare for the next role. So they gotta be able to talk back, because I don't want no woman that don't know how to express herself to her husband, and then he looking at me like, nigga, what did you teach your daughter, nigga?
Right.
Like, why don't she know how to, like, have a disagreement without it being an argument? Why don't she know how to be mature enough to understand that different points of view are just what life is about? A lot of these women out here been princess so long that it's like, now, because she's old enough and big enough and look good enough, she has somebody who was attracted to her, and then now they in a whirlwind of her bullshit because she doesn't know how to communicate well, because she never was allowed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that's like a big thing for me, man, is that, like, I'm always trying to prepare them to be adults and let them be a kid. You let them be a kid, right? But you have to teach them how to be an adult.
So what you're saying, I'm thinking right now, the wheels are turning, because a lot of times we know at this point, our generation knows that 18 shit don't mean nothing
at all.
That ain't the time where you really just send your kids off to the fucking world. So if it were up to you, and we don't know how your kids are going to change in the next few years, right? But in your mind, how long would you let them stay at home before you say, all right, I think it's time for you to, kind of find your own place and start doing your own thing, especially having daughters to see.
Oh, nigga, I'm never, bro. Never. Yeah. Like, bro, they don't, like, why do they have to get out?
You know what it is? I think about my daughters. I'm like, you can stay here as long as you want. The problem becomes when they want to be out all night And it's different when you are out all night and you got your own place versus me waiting for you to come home. So it's like, all right, is it okay with simply just the communication of it? Like, Dad, I'm gonna be out till late, I'm gonna be out all night. Or it's just like, you just don't wanna have to be worrying about them after a certain age.
You know what I think, bro? And this breaks my heart sometimes is that, you know how our job, bro, we come in late a lot. And I watch especially my youngest daughter, my oldest daughter, man, she at that age, bro, posters on the wall, fucking, you know, Bluetooth speaker going with her favorite music. She don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying? It's like boys and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Her makeup and rightfully so. But my youngest, she be like, I can't go to sleep till you get home. And so, you know, she said, come check on me. And I start, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she do that thing where you go in her room and she looks asleep. And you know what I'm saying? But then I'm starting to know that she's not asleep. Yeah. So then I go in there and I look at her and I'm like, get your faking ass up. And she'd be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's like, you know, we're not from California, bro. So like, they know, like I know, like we don't have nobody here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That so support system, not having that is tough.
And so she worries about me. And so, you know, if I got to worry about her and she get older, you know, just so she can be able to express herself, then I'm going to have to learn how to deal with that. But I don't want them feeling like living here is going to restrain them. So like, really what I got to do is I got to focus on getting bigger and bigger properties so they could, you know, maybe we have a compound or maybe we do some shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, like as far as I go and as big as I can make it can change what they even feel like they have to get away from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, like, you know, I got some shit, you know, on my property, they have their own private entry and, you know, she can feel safe enough to still be herself, have her company and all of that, but know that, you know, she is on land that she don't have to think about ever losing or getting kicked out or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't see sending them out there. I think that's like a broke ass mentality. Yeah. I think that our community, we live on top of each other so much. You know, I was just telling him, I'm like, you know, I had to get a bigger place because my kids is getting bigger. That's just how it go. If you got a fucking snake and the tank get too small, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, and it's like, that's my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my responsibility. I don't want that. Just like, to be honest with you, and I have to, my wife is telling me like, yo, chill out on this. I don't give a fuck about no grades. I don't care about their grades. It's like, so what? Like, I've watched my daughter get all A's in math, every test and all that, and then the teacher give her a B. And I'm looking at the teacher like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What's the scale? And she told me, well, she didn't do any extra. Fuck extra if it was all an A. Yeah. And so it made me realize, like, well, first of all, fuck them grades, because my mom was on grades because my mom needed me to get them out the hood. Like, I was always like, she used to call it her Nelly call. I want that Nelly call. Nelly called his mom and was like, you ain't got to work no more. And I'm like, well, first of all, fuck Nelly. I don't know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But also it was like, okay, fine. Like, you know, I have to.
That's fucked up, by the way.
Well, but that's the thing though. Seeing my mom struggle, it was like.
I get it.
Right. But it's like, it's fucked up to think that because it's like, it's not my responsibility.
Right. And also, I ain't even asked to be here.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm here now. You put this pressure on me that I got to do something for you. It's a bitch.
But I mean, that once again, you buy a dog, the dog, like, nigga, I was just a puppy. Now I got to guard your whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to buy who? Man, I have 7 brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, and so like, that was pressure on me that I don't put on them. Yeah. Right. It's like, I don't give a fuck about that grades, honestly. But my wife is like, no, we have to act like it's a thing so that they can try. So I'd be like, oh, the honor roll. Like, I'm trying to, like, listen, like, if everything goes right, your grades don't matter for you being able to live life. Unless you want to be a doctor, unless you want to be like a surgeon or some shit like that. It's like, dog, like, I mean, like, you know, I want you to find what you're passionate about. Like my youngest daughter, she wants to act. That's gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm gonna start putting her in stuff with me and
we'll do the same thing.
And just get her going. Yeah, because it's like she has the personality for it. She's very, you know, she's in improv at her school, and I go to the show, and I'm like, nigga, she blowing these kids out the water. Yeah. Like we have our own comedic timing that we do at home. She's sparring with me. These kids don't stand a chance. And so I take her to I took her to an adult improv class. She blew their ass away. And I mean, it had like legit whole class laughing. We got to stop moments. And I'm just watching like, man, I remember being super funny to adults and how like reassuring that is for a young person to make grown people laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, she got it.
I haven't let my daughter get into anything yet because of the no's that you hear. So that's why I think it'd be great to be able to put her in something that I'm doing, just like you saying.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, that is a thing too.
You want their confidence to get shot early.
And you know what's crazy is that you know, my daughter has been through a lot of like, she's the only black girl really in her class grade level. Maybe like it might be like 2 or 3 of them, and but she's like overachieving, and I don't know if they don't understand. Like at a black school, she would be that one girl who was just. But at a white school, they don't understand how like she's on some different shit, and so it's like she'll try for the talent show, and I'm like, what are you gonna do this year? I'm gonna do gymnastics. You want to practice? No, I got it. And then she won't get in the talent show, and then she's getting in the car, and she just, you know, she hold it in all day, and she get in the car, and she busts out crying. What's wrong? They didn't pick me. And I'm like, fuck. Then I go to the talent show, like, nigga, these motherfuckers better be swallowing fire. They not gonna let you know what I'm saying? I get up there, these weak ass fucking kid. It ain't just because they white, but they just like, it's just terrible shit. And I'm like, okay, then. So I said, all right, so now she want to sing. So she sang in the talent. She sang for the audition, and she didn't get it the first year. And then like the next 3 years, she got it to the point where this last year, she was the headliner at the talent show. And so me watching her go from crying in the car, not getting it, to being like the star, it's like that buildup for her it's like it's beginning to shape what she expects from herself. Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, oh shit, like, you know, she, you know, her next school she went to, she decided to go try out for the cheerleading team before she even got to the school, so she could be already one. And all her little friends did it, and she the only one who made it. And so she was like, yeah, we were all in a group chat. And then when the list came out, I said, oh, I got it. And she said, they all left the group chat. And I'm like, yeah, like, you know, it's interesting because now we dealing with some new lessons that you got to learn. Yeah. It's new shit about like haters. Everybody not happy that you winning. And it's like, you know, so be prepared for that and learn how to, you know, it's not about being modest for them, but it's about like mitigating your risk by being able to just keep it cool so you can continue to win. I don't let niggas know what I'm doing because I swear I feel like some niggas just be praying to God that my shit don't go through. And I'm so excited, man. I just got this so and so, man. And I feel like I tell certain people, and they're like, oh, okay. And then I feel like the energy, entertainers and family. Yeah. Entertainers for sure, but entertainers can go behind the scenes and fuck your shit up. And I learned that early. Like, okay, let me not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to make announcements about what it is and not what it's about to be. You know what I'm saying?
Let me interject there.
Okay.
So we have to celebrate all victories. Right? No, regardless how small or big they are. And never let what someone else's energy could potentially be stop you from celebrating your victories. You know what I mean? And on the flip side of it, we are in a space where, especially being in LA, where everything is expensive as hell, you know, people are in survival mode, bro. Yeah. And people are not getting the opportunities. There's people thinking like, man, it's not always about hating you or being mad at you, but also just being mad that they didn't get the opportunity too. You know what I mean? Because I've been there. But the thing about me is, whenever I feel any sort of envy, I address it within myself, and then it allows me to celebrate the person.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? But that's the level of maturity that I'm at, because I'm waiting on this, that, and the other. I give a perfect example. London Brown is just, he's on Raising Kanan.
He's killing it too.
And he's fucking killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that he was on there, the first thing I thought was, why didn't I get an audition for that shit? It was never about him. It was like, man, because I want to play a dramatic role like that. I know I can do it.
Especially with the role that he's playing, violent and conflicted, and
I'm like, yo, this is me. How come I didn't get no look for this?
Right.
And then I watched it, and I didn't watch it with no hate, just like, all right, let me see what he's doing. And right off the bat, I was like, he deserved that shit. Mm-hmm. He deserved it. And then he's just gotten better and better every season, to where I feel like, everybody, that show has the best acting out of all of the Power universe.
Except for the nigga that plays 50. I'll be like, yo, let me tell you, Marvin. Let me tell you something.
It's the boy shit.
I'll be like, yo. But I get it, but it's like, man, he's trying to sound like 50.
Yeah.
But it's like, nigga, 50 got shot to sound like that, I thought, which is kind of like.
But that wasn't part of, that's the real 50.
But here go the thing, though. I know I'm jumping off. When you watch, I watched Get Rich or Die Trying recently. It's the same, like, it's just, it's different. But when you look at it, he got the two uncles, and one of them like the music, and the other one's like fat. Because I feel like London's character, remember they always had him eating something. So I feel like 50's uncle probably was fat, like an old slop, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nigga. And I'm like, man, this nigga, I know what it's like to have such a dope ass story that you keep trying to tell it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Remixing it.
Yeah. But I agree. And I watched it. I watched some last night, as a matter of fact, just trying to catch up. Yeah. And I was like, dog, this nigga London is killing it.
Yeah.
He is really killing it, bro.
He's really killing that shit, bro. And so, I'm in a space to where I could celebrate dude. And we cool. I don't know him like that. But it's just like, yeah, man, he's doing this thing. But it's the initial reaction that's like, damn, I'm out here busting my ass and not getting opportunities to hit it. And this nigga's getting another one. And that shit can affect somebody's self-esteem. So sometimes niggas are hating, and sometimes they just in their feelings for a second. It's how they act after that shows you what type of person that they truly are.
I'm going to be transparent and give you a perfect example. And I never wanted to admit this because it's like, fuck, dog. But it's like, I really, really found myself a couple of years ago really hating on Ryan Davis. And what I felt was this. I felt like we're in the same class of comedians, and for whatever reason, his comedy gets respected as genius comedy, and my comedy gets overlooked as a nigga who is just doing it. Yeah. And what's interesting about that is that that's not the case. And, Ryan will tell me that's, we talk about it within our group, and it's like, but I don't understand. It's almost like, I'm going to tell you what it's like. I remember the Pistons used to have this player named Ish Smith, and they had a nigga named Rodney Stuckey, right? And
Ish been on about 30 teams. Yeah, it's only 30 teams.
Yeah, but Ish was a baller. Yeah, and Stuckey was a baller, and Stuckey got plays where he's blocking Kobe shit and all that, and Ish has put niggas on their ass. Yeah, niggas in the league know. But you're not finna walk into Foot Locker and get the Ish Smiths. And if it's just based on talent, Ish Smith might feel a certain way about you being able to go get the Ben Simmons shoes. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, when I started seeing Ryan get bigger than I was, it was like,
why?
I'm about to bully this nigga. My thought process was like, I'm gonna poke fun at him. I'm gonna make people. I'm gonna do it in public so that people know. And I used to always
like roast him.
Roast him.
Okay. Like, trying to embarrass him.
Not trying to embarrass him, but just like, I want to little man him because
You want people to know that
I want people to know that
he can't fuck with you.
He can't fuck with me. And what happened was it just made people look at him better and look at me like an asshole.
A hater.
And it's like, God damn. And it's like, then I had to take a step back and be like, why does this nigga bother me so much? And it's because he doesn't mind self-promoting, where I was taught that I could not do that.
Yeah.
I was taught that I couldn't say how good I am. I had to just be good and let people see it so that I could get acknowledgement. Whereas he was not going to leave it up to you to acknowledge him.
Effect.
Right.
I'm the king of R&B.
Exactly. And it's like the audacity that he had to say what he was something that had gotten beat down out of me.
Yeah. Being
in Detroit, having to make sure that I included everybody because I was afraid to shine on my own because you become a target. Man, I never forget, man, my homeboy, DJ BJ, shout out to my nigga DJ BJ, man. One thing, because I'm such an observer and I learned this nigga is the best DJ in the city. He was so hot. Like he still is one of the best DJs in the city, but he's moved on to be an entrepreneur and all this shit. But we was young. I was on the radio with him. We had our own show. And he the best DJ. And I mean, he going crazy. Every party, every strip club, all the shit. And one day this nigga walking home and some niggas pulled up and the nigga just started shooting at this nigga with an AK trying to kill him. He ran and jumped and he was going to his brother's house and his brother came out with his own shit. Started shooting. It's Detroit, nigga. And so they caught the niggas. The niggas who was shooting at him was DJs. Right?
They didn't even know him. They just wanted his spot.
They just needed him out the way.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm from.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So it's like, I look at it like, just like I told you, how that older sibling looks at that younger sibling like, I can never get away with that. And so I'm not gonna allow you to do that. I'm gonna reinforce the whole dynamic that I've been taught, because I can't let you get away with publicly saying that you the shit and you rich and you doing this, and I gotta hide that. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't talk about what kind of car I got, or, I remember about my wife, her Mercedes, and Elise, 4 or 5 years she had it. She never posted it because we don't have that mindset. Like we almost are traumatized by niggas killing you because they're jealous of you. Yeah. And so for me to watch this nigga be like, I'm the best. And I'm the best. And then Dave Chappelle and them niggas showing this nigga love. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, bro, I have a new hour every 2 months. Nigga, I'm steamrolling stages. Nigga, I stare stages with this nigga. I don't have a problem following this nigga. It's like, why is he? And it's like, because he is stepping into his power, bro. And you're not. Yeah. And you're letting motherfuckers
worried
stop
about him. You too busy worried about him.
And I had to realize that. And so what I did was I addressed that within myself. And I had to reach out to this nigga and tell him, bro, I don't know what it is, bro, but I was feeling some kind of way, man. And I had to apologize. And I'm like, bro, nigga, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Something similar happened with me and Malik S. But, and this is all gonna come full circle because I want to get into the conversation that we had. But with Malik, it was just something about the way he carried himself. And I've had this issue with other people too, where it's like, nigga, you know me. So for you to not acknowledge me, what's your deal? Right. Do you not like me for some reason or something? And I'm not the most friendly person. We know this, right? But when a motherfucker looks through you, you could be sitting next to, I'm dealing with this shit right now. It's a comedian that was on Funny AF, white boy. And I know he knows me because he said something to me after the roast, but we've been doing the same, a lot of these clubs got 2 rooms now. Yeah. So we've been doing weekends, the same club, but he's been in the smaller room.
Smaller room, right.
And he will not acknowledge me. And I look at him waiting for him. We was even on the plane together and everything. And I'm like, all right, I don't know what his deal is, but It shit don't have nothing to do with me. It can't.
Right. It can't, right.
It can't have nothing to do with me because I ain't never done nothing to this dude, you know, but I be wanting to like say what's up to him, but it's like when I feel like you going out of your way to not speak to me, then it's like, all right, cool.
Something is weird, right?
Yeah, but with Malik, we're in the same class. Just like you say, you and Ryan, we're in the same class, and I've seen you on Comic View or whatever. I know you've seen me on Comic View or Bad Boys. You know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was working with Cedric, the entertainer, the last date that I did, we were at the airport. We came back to LA, and Malik was there too. And Ced knew Malik because Malik had done some work with DL.
Right. And
he comes up and speaks to them, and he don't say shit to me. And I'm just like, just kind of like giving them dirty looks and shit. Like,
what's up with this thing?
Yeah. And it was so bad to where when he walked away, they was like, damn, what was that about? I was like, man, I don't like this nigga. And then he had my job. Within a couple months, he had. I was no longer working with Ced. That was the last day, and that's how Malik started working with Ced. And he's been working with him. This was 18 years ago. Still working with him. And when he and I did Comics Unleashed together, that's how the universe works. We were on the same, and you know, it's a million episodes. Comics.
That particular episode, them comics. I've done it. Yeah,
we did it together, and that's the first time we started talking. And then after we got cool, I told him, I said, bro, I was hating on you, man. And it's so funny because we so close now. I've seen him say that about other people. Like, I don't like his energy. Something wrong with him. I'm like, nigga, that's you. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt about you.
Yeah.
So he gets it. But when somebody is just confident and they keep to themselves, which is the same way people feel about me sometimes, like, yo, what's this dude's deal? But I don't have no deal, nigga. A lot of it comes from where I'm from, right? So our introduction, to bring it full circle, you said that you saw me perform at your school, right? You went to Eastern Michigan?
So I went to Michigan State. I saw you perform at Eastern Michigan because we went to see Kev.
Right.
And I'm talking about we sat literally in the last, it's a stadium. So we sat in the last row. Mm-hmm. So I'm way up. But this was after, no, it wasn't after. It was before I met you, but that's where I was like, oh shit. Like, that's when I saw you. And it's like, you know, like.
You was doing comedy already?
Yeah. Uh-huh. But it was like, out of all of y'all, I felt like you had the most like, how can I say this?
Most polished.
Most polished, and also kind of like your style was the most like mine, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like, cause I love Joey and I love Spank. Mm-hmm. Spank's approach is always like a very fun, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, what the fuck? And it's like a, you know, like
conversational.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like he has a very like, you know, just like a big dude at the party. Exactly.
Uncle
right.
At the party type vibe.
And then, you know, like, and then Joey's comedy is very much like
setting the tone.
Yep.
Being like a great host.
Yeah, super like, you know, but then your shit comes out in its actual bits and jokes, and you know, like one of the things that I notice about you is like this smirk you do when you know that the laugh should go right there. And he'd be like, and they'd be like, you'd be up there waiting. Yeah. And anyway, and then you know, and so it's like, you know, what's crazy is like for you. And I know just the whole thing about my outfit was trash, and you told me my outfit was trash or whatever. And I was never mad at you. I was just like, damn, that nigga hold me. But it was always like I don't know if you understood how niggas looked at you, because I think that similar to me being in Hollywood, right? Like, you know, I'm a Comedy Store comic. I go up every Monday, damn near. It's me, Jay Leno, David Spade, Whitney Cummings, you know, Marcello, you know, Cam, fucking, you know, just like all these different comics. And, you know, it's the big money Monday. So it's always like stacked like that.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you're not the most famous nigga on the show. It's nice, but I'm probably the most funny nigga on the show. And everybody, oh my God, I love your set the most, da, da, da. But you don't really understand your impact until you step away like airports always trick me up. I be in the airport in Atlanta, and I just left LAX where I wasn't shit. And I land in fucking Atlanta.
They know you there.
And I can't take 5 steps. I go to, and it's like, oh, because LA, you're so close to the sun that you don't realize how hot you are until you step away. I think that like, with y'all being on the road with Kev, and Kev doing so much, like, it just looks so grand from our point of view, which is probably so normal to y'all. Y'all niggas flying private, nigga, just eating fruit, making videos. And it's like that shit. I be like, oh, I don't think this nigga understands, like nigga, like you're like you're a big deal. Like niggas be like, damn, nigga, or they go, you know, like just how little niggas be talking about me now. But I remember back in the day, it's like, oh, they go that nigga Naeem, that nigga got that one car and this, and it's like, damn, nigga pulled up in that, and it's just like, yeah, you know, like
I do be oblivious to that shit.
Yeah, I know you do. I could tell.
Yeah, but you know what it is though? I never confuse his success with my own.
Right.
So while you saying, oh, them niggas is flying private, I'm like, no, this nigga's flying private and I'm with him.
Right.
So that's why people, the same way people are like, oh shit, there's some people like thinking that I think I'm that.
Mm-hmm. And I think but here's the thing though, right? It's like, you know, Matthew Dellavedova got a ring with LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tristan Thompson got a ring with LeBron. It's only 15 niggas on his team. Yeah. It's 30 teams. Everybody not getting a ring with Bron. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like it's niggas who Bron passed the ball to. Bron ain't getting every point. You know, it's the Cavs, it's the Lakers, it's the Heat. It's like, and so to young niggas who know what's up, it's like it was like that's that nigga Naeem, because niggas was looking at it like, well, he's the nigga who makes it look like Kev has real niggas out there with him as opposed to his boys. Yeah, because like you don't present like that. Like it's almost like your attitude is perfect for that. Like you being a mean nigga is perfect because it looks like yeah, Kev fuck with this nigga because he's good, because he's not a friendly nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see this nigga. I don't see any warm embraces coming from this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga is out there for skill and he's good. And it's like, oh man, like, you know, I remember like I was sleeping on Sid's couch. You know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, man, Naeem gave me this couch, bro, when he moved. And it's just like, you know, like I see niggas talk about you back then who probably didn't even like you that much, but still had to be like, oh yeah, no, that nigga Naeem, bro. Like, you know, and it's like, and so it was never no like, I thought you was funny. So I'm like, nigga, I have to impress this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, my outfit was trash. All right.
Fired off on your ass immediately.
Yeah, immediately. You know what I'm saying? Same thing D-Ray did. Nigga, I met D-Ray. And Jeannie Kim, who's my agent now, introduced me to D-Ray. She said, have you met D-Ray? I was like, no. She's like,
another Pisces, by the way.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. D-Ray was like, nigga, she was like, D-Ray, this is a CP, comedian from Detroit. That nigga turned around and said, I don't meet niggas. I was like,
he's way worse than me, by the way.
Man. And so, you know, but that's my nigga now. Like, what?
Mine too.
Yeah, but you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, I knew I was funny as fuck. Like I took over Detroit. Like I literally had a whole city. So I'm looking at these niggas, like, I don't gotta be out here doing this shit. I'm out here, I was really out here to write and sell shows. So I wasn't even doing stand-up for a long time out here because the people who have flew me out here needed me to be focused on that. And I'm staying at their house and it just looked crazy for me to be trying to sneak out at night and go do, the Russell Simmons show and all that when we got pitches and all this shit. So I kind of was like, I was kind of like away from it, and I would come to shows and just like, I'm just a fly on the wall, like a nigga that can hoop and don't nobody know yet. And I'm just watching the runs and I'm like, oh yeah, these niggas good. Okay. That's what's up. And it's like, man, wait till I get on the court. Wait till these niggas see like how I'm about to start playing it, because I, you know, even still, like I got material that nobody's doing. Like my shit is just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, that's where it's like, that's where I hang my hat at. I do a lot of acting and all that shit, bro. But like, nigga, on stage is like, that's where I want to be. And I think I'm bringing it home with this. For you, it was like, this nigga's getting paid a hell of a lot of money to do exactly what the fuck. Like, it's like a nigga who play in China or something. Like, nigga, you're a pro. Niggas wasn't pros yet.
Yeah.
Like, you were doing pro shit. Nigga, like, new crib, every time I saw you had a new car. I'm from Detroit, nigga. Cars matter. Yeah. Nigga, what? I'm from the Motor City. Nigga, what? My dad still to this day. Yo, is your car classic? I used to go to my dad's house. I had a brand new Charger. Nigga, every time I went to his house, bro, it was like he was a homeless nigga. He'd come out there with a squeegee and just, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, nigga, it's important to him. So, like, you know, I'm like, nigga, you know, it's just like, you taught me that you have to realize where you at, because I could tell that you were oblivious to it. I could literally tell. I'm like, nigga, he don't even get it.
Yeah.
He don't get it. And it's like, okay.
I'm glad you brought up the Cavs. I feel like I'm Kyrie after they won the championship, where everybody was like, oh, this nigga fucking shit up. Why he trying to go play for somebody else? Because he never signed up to be second fiddle to anybody.
Right.
He always wanted to be the man. So
yeah,
me being in a position to where I'm adjacent to the man and I'm never getting the looks and the opportunities that I want, because people are always saying, that's such and such boy. You know, that's affected my career. People don't realize that, because people always just think about, man, you got the money, you winning, you doing this. Nah, it ain't about that shit.
It's not about that. And I hate looking at what a nigga, because I hate for niggas to look at what I got now and tell me that I should be thankful when I know that I want more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, I got more than you got, but nigga, you ain't the benchmark.
It's what your aspirations are.
Yeah. And I get that. Yeah. But, you know, I always look at, once again, always observe, especially being an only child, I'm always observing. Like, nigga, Kyrie regretted leaving.
Did he? Did he say that?
Yeah.
I never. Well, because he went to the Celtics and
he went to the
shit
Celtics
got worse.
and the shit got worse for him. And then and it ain't that he shouldn't have left. It's just that he found out what it takes to be the number one. You know what I'm saying? And I look at, like, you know,
which I don't want to be, by the way.
See, that's deep.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's just, man, like, I look at, you know, we did the movie with Kev. Watching how that nigga works is like, oh my God. And the other day I put up a post. I flew back in time. I threw out the first pitch for the Tigers. And then I didn't realize that the next day my flight was at 6 a.m. I don't drink at all. But nigga.
Never?
I mean, I will.
Okay.
But it's just like, for me, like, you know, my family get real fat and puffy when they drink. They look like little otters. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, you know, it's like, nah, let me just, I'm gonna smoke my little weed and, you know, kind of like pick a vice that can allow me to, you know, I had a real young look. And I'm like, man, let me kind of like ride this young look out until I get on pace with something. Then I can age. I remember, like, when Steve Urkel started getting a mustache and it's like, oh yeah, now he growing up, but we could see him growing up. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was probably 40 already, right? So, you know, but you got to drink with the Tigers, and they got to throw out the first pitch, and they had the biggest victory that 14-0, scored a run in every inning, first time since like 1936. So, you know, I'm like, nigga, I got my dad there with me. You know, my dad was born with a beard. You know what I'm saying? That's how that nigga is, right? So I'm like, nigga, my dad like, nigga, another Modelo. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, fuck it. And then, you know, my wife drinks, and so every time I drink, she get excited. Like, oh, you gonna have a drink? You know. But anyway, so, you know, everybody like, oh shit, Chris having a drink, couple beers, nigga, I'm faded, nigga, I'm feeling good. Go to check in my flight that I think is at 11, but it's really at 6. I'm like, fuck, gotta go home packed. Went home, packed, got to the crib. It's a fucking power outage in my area. So now my car is in my garage, and it's just like, I got one of them doors open out like this instead of the roll ups, and it's plugged up in the garage, and it's like, fuck. And so then I got to deal with that, waiting for all my stuff to come back on. I couldn't get home and take a nap. Then I had to go to a table read for this pilot that I was filming this weekend, which I got to tell you about this shit, crazy. Then, so still didn't get no sleep. And then my show, DR from Detroit, dropped that day too. It was a viewing. Then Ron Taylor was at the Comedy Store. He asked me to feature for him. You know, that's my nigga, man. Like, you know, Ron featured for me for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And so now that he blowing up, and it's like, bro, like, of course, nigga, like, I'm not one of them niggas, bro. Like, you know, I've
ego.
Yeah, I have enough shit going on where it's like, nigga, absolutely, bro. Like, I'm the friend that you could have when you're successful, because now I got somebody to talk to about what I'm doing. And Cause it's different, bro. Like you just can't bring that shit to all your friends. And so anyway, but I'm tired, bro. I ain't slept in 2 days. I was drunk last night. You know, I got a beer hangover from the fucking littlest fucking tolerance you ever seen. Nigga, my liver probably the size of a penny. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll post this thing of me backstage, just like sleep like this before they call me up. And I'm like, man, you know, sometimes when you want this shit, this is what it takes, and da-da-da-da. But I said all of that to say, man, like, I was, you know, I posted that shit like, this is what it takes, but really like, this is what it takes for me. And this is what I've been asking for. And it ain't easy. Like, you know, and it's like, I do want to be the number one. And it is difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I look at myself like the fucking green, I'm the Lego piece that's on the green.
Yeah. And
so like, you know, watching this nigga Kev work, I'm like, man, that's what it is. Like he, you know, they say cut, this nigga on his phone. Hello? Yeah. And what they say? He walking away, then he come back, and then we do another scene, and then it's cut. We all joking and laughing. This nigga's gone on the phone, or somebody bring the nigga a computer and he watching a cut of another movie.
Yeah.
Like he doing our movie, and it's just like, fuck, like this nigga's so fucking busy, dog.
I've witnessed that and knew that ain't what I want.
Man.
Because then, you know, it compromises your relationship with your family, your physical health, your mental health. And it takes a different level of physical and mental energy to do that shit. Like, he don't need a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
So he just built differently. And so
and he ain't got far to go. If he fall and pass out, he already right there.
Yeah, right there.
But nah, shout out to Kenneth, my nigga. But here go the thing though. Like, and that's what I see. Like, my daughters don't always understand shit. Like, you know, my wife hit me up the other day and she was like, why are you going to get a drip and a fucking hyperbaric treatment? Like, you know, Cammy's birthday coming up, we're trying to do all this shit. I'm like, well, first of all, like, I already bought all this shit. So, you know, she like, right, but it's like, you know, we didn't talk about, you know, that should be costing some hundreds of dollars to get a hyperbaric treatment and to get in the hyperbaric chamber, to, you know, like to go to these spas and shit. She said, nigga, just take a vitamin. And I'm like, oh man. And I had to stop her. I said, babe, I don't think you understand. Yeah. A vitamin not gonna do it.
The levels of exhaustion.
The levels of exhaustion. And it's like, I don't know if you ever been through this, but it's like, you know, because comedy is not necessarily a respected, you know, it ain't surgery. What we do is
easy.
Exactly. It ain't surgery. I'm not a doctor. It's not. So it's, you know, it's like I get into these competitions with people about how tired I get to be. Yeah. I'm taking the girls to school. Then I'm cleaning this and I'm doing this and I'm making this dinner and I'm and I'm getting the girls together and and it's like, well, right. But it's like, I've been in 4 airports in 3 days.
Know how you fix them? I'm glad you brought up airport.
Okay.
If you got a chance ever to where you got to do like a run of like a bunch of different cities, whether it's press or anything. Yeah. Take her. Yeah. Take her. And she'll look at that shit completely. They don't realize the energy that it takes out of you alone just from traveling.
Listen, so like my mom, I remember, I would never forget my mom, who had it bad, where she always just used to just call me and not text me, just call me like, what are you doing? Listen, and I'm like, Mom, listen, I'm busy. I'm on set, or I'm doing, okay, you can talk to your mother. I'm like, okay, Mom, that's fine. So that's early on. We shooting Detroiters, right? So it was in Detroit. And so I said, Mom, come to set. So she come to set. She's there all day, right?
Bored as fuck.
Oh my God. In Video Village, snoring. And they're like, yo, your mom sleeps. She got to get out of Video Village, bro. You can't hear her. You know what I'm saying? And so my mom come up to me. She's like, how many times are y'all going to do this same scene? Yeah. I'm like, Mom, we have to get it from this coverage. We got to get it from that coverage. It's over my shoulder. It's a friend. She said, see, Chris, you've done it like 30 times. Like, it's not fair. I'm like, Mom, like, this is how it goes. I remember she called my dad, like, this is bullshit. They working him to death. And so now, like, whenever I say I'm filming something, her mind goes to that. And she's like, yo, like, I know you're tired. Please get that rest. Cause I'm talking about, like, I did it back to back to back. My mom was like, you got it. That was it, right? And I'm like, no, Mom, they got to turn it around. And turn it around again and go up. And now it's a fight sequence.
Then they're not even going to take your best take.
Exactly. They don't take the one I want.
And thanks for coming on, bro. You know, this shit just getting started. And I wanted to get some real solid guests on. Man, we came on, we talked about a lot of shit. Like I said, we're going to make this a two-parter. Yeah, but, man, everything that you are manifesting is going to come to fruition for you, bro, because you putting in the work and you got the hunger. And you got the blinders on, your eyes on the prize, bro. So I can't wait to be able to show these clips later. Yeah. When you achieve everything that you said you wanted, man. So you just got to know. That's all it is, bro. You doing all the work. You saying you want it. Now you got to know that it's coming and it's going to be there, bro. Man. And I look forward to seeing what you got coming up, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Once again, man, just giving you your flowers, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You're making us proud, man.
Thanks, man.
For real, man. And like in a major way. And that's where everybody is saying it because it's real, bro. You killing that shit.
Yeah. Appreciate you, bro. Man, this has been another episode of DMC with Naeem Lynn. That's Deep Meaningful Conversations. And we definitely had that today. And make sure y'all like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We out here. Peace.
Nigga, they broke the chair over this nigga's back. And it's supposed to just break away. We all laugh. Nigga.
Fucked him up.
A shard of wood flew off and flew through the boom mic operator's eye. Bro, first of all, as a nigga with big ass eyes, I was like, ah! You know what I'm saying? Nigga, my eyes. I've never heard a nigga scream like that, bro.